surprise. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Fucking shit is so bright. That window's so bright. What am I supposed to do about that? Move over a little bit. Hi, Beans. Hi, sweet boy. I got you.
Very big, momentous, I think,
Fraud and abuse is uncovered as programs are canceled and ultimately as taxpayer dollars are saved. This presidential memorandum would require departments and agencies to make all of the details of that freely available to the public.
From Australia. Good morning.
Lastly, we have another executive order that President Trump signed relating to independent agencies. This executive order would establish important oversight functions in the Office of Management and Budget and its subsidiary office, OIRA, supervising independent agencies and many of their actions, and also reestablishes the longstanding norm that only the President or the Attorney General can speak for the United States when stating an opinion as to what their actions, and also...
There we go. Beans, it's a reflection, sweet boy. You can't capture it because it's a reflection. You're not going to capture it. It's not gonna happen. Hi, Beans. I hope you guys can't hear him meowing because he meows quite a lot. He's a big meowing cat. Beans, enough, for the love of God. Are you singing with me, Beans? Let me grab his string so he's got something to play with. Where's your string, baby boy? Here. I got your string right here. That's all he wants. He just wants to play. That's all he wants. Come here. There you go. Yeah, so in Trump's speech last night, it was weird. He said like a couple of things that were crazy. He said one thing that was dope. He was talking about expanding in vitro fertilization and making it cheaper, which is totally fine. Let's go breaking news. Top DOJ official offers new and different explanation for dropping charges against Eric Adams. It's so ridiculous. Okay, we're going to pull that up. How familiar are you with the European military production capacities, and how do we stand against Russia by your own? I'm not too familiar with like the European military industrial complex, and how do we stand against Russia? So when I'm assuming you're European, Listen, the thing about like modern warfare when you're standing against like an insane authoritarian leader, especially somebody like Putin or somebody like Trump, is if you combine the narcissism and the egotism of like being an authoritarian leader with nuclear weapons, you combine the access to nuclear weapons with that mindset. I don't think it's really about how, like, we have this many troops, they have that many troops, we got this many tanks, they got that many tanks. I don't think that fucking matters. I think it gets to the point where it's like, well, if you're standing against a madman and the madman has a nuke, it's really a matter of like, how far are you willing to push a madman? You know what I'm saying? It's kind of criminal. It's an insane prospect. But, yeah, no, we got some shit about Eric Adams, too. DOJ attorneys. You know, I get the same thing. Beans always does that. Yeah, let's get that up too. Let's go over a little bit of this shit. So we watched this whole, like, almost the entire speech last night, but I want to cover a little piece of it. Beans, where'd you put your rope? Why'd you bring the string all the way over there? I'm not getting up to get the... I am getting up to get the string because this fucking cat is actually the owner. And I'm just the cat's slave, because that's what it is, having a cat. The cat pays the rent, apparently. Hold on, I gotta respond to this text. I gotta fill this out. We Europeans are currently too civilized and soft in the approach. I hope that changes. I would agree. I would agree with you. Hi, Beans. Good afternoon, everybody. What's good, Unc? Not much. I'm just trying to fill this out. I am almost done with this. One and two. I am not a robot. Okay. Anyway, let's watch a little bit of this.
Also reestablishes the longstanding norm that only the president or the attorney general can speak for the United States when stating an opinion as to what the law is.
You hear that? Let's play that again.
Their actions, and also reestablishes the longstanding norm that only the president or the attorney general can speak for the United States when stating an opinion as to what the law is.
So what that means is they are throwing the entire judicial system out the window. I know that he said it quickly and it was not a lot of words that he said, but he just said that Trump signed an executive order. Now, hopefully this will get pushed back by, the judicial system, but signed an executive order that says that only he and the Attorney General, so I believe it's Pam Bondi, who's like a sycophant, Scientologist, all that shit. Only he and the Attorney General get to dictate what the law is. Their opinion on the law is the only one that matters. So they actually did just sign an executive order that makes Trump the king. Quite literally. Now, I want to know what number this executive order is. All right, whitehouse.gov, which, again, is fucking, I don't even know if this is credible anymore. Let's see. Can't stay long. I always respect you. Thank you. Appreciate it. No, that's not the one. That's not the one. Or did they just leave it out? Did they just leave it out? Today, President Trump signed an executive order ensuring that all federal agencies are accountable to the American people as required by the Constitution under this executive order. The orders note that Article 2 of the United States Constitution vests all executive power in the president, meaning that all executive branch officials and employees are subject to his supervision. Therefore, because all executive power is vested in the president, all agencies must, 1, submit draft regulations for White House review, with no carve-out for so-called independent agencies, except for the monetary policy functions of the Federal Reserve, and 2, consult with the White House on their priorities and strategic plans, and the White House will set their performance standards. The Office of Management and Budget will also adjust so-called independent agencies, apportionments to ensure tax dollars are spent wisely. The President and the Attorney General, subject to the President's supervision and control, will interpret the law for the executive branch, instead of having separate agencies adopt conflicting interpretations. Okay, so they didn't get rid of it, they just hid it. They hid it behind, like in the bottom. This deserves to be bold and to have its own headline on it, but they didn't, which is quite interesting. He called himself the king on Truth Social. What are you talking about? Bullshit. He's not that crazy, is he? No, he didn't. Oh my God, he did. What? What did he do? Congestion pricing is dead. Manhattan and all of New York is saved. Long live the king? Are you serious? Holy shit. Oh my God. Dude, I just want you to imagine for a second if Kamala Harris won the election and made any sort of tweet where she said, "Long live the queen" at the end. Do you understand? I think like the FBI would arrest her. That's the craziest shit. I will say this, though, as somebody who lives in New York and goes to New York City all the time. Congestion pricing fucking sucks. This is low-key what he did, no problem. I have no problem with what he did. Low-key, no problem. But long live the king? What? Do you guys know what congestion pricing even is? Do you know what he did, which is low-key a good thing? Because, like, also, I don't know if there's any, like, hate watchers in here, but, like, here's something that the right wing can't do, is admit when the other people do something good. Killing congestion pricing is great. Saying long live the king is insane. But do you guys even know? Listen, in New York, in Manhattan, there... Chris, why can't I send a super chat? I don't know. You should be able to. Listen, in Manhattan, there's way too many cars, okay? And because of the cars, people double park in, like, bus lanes and on the sidewalks. They park in places that they're not allowed to park. And the traffic is horrendous, okay? And the thing is, what do you think the solution to that would be? Because I think the solution is to make better high-speed transit, you know, like mass transit. Our subways, they break down, they never get into maintenance. Like, the bus system is okay, but it's pretty gross and people don't want to use it. You know, like, I would say that the solution to there being too many cars would be to make public transportation better, right? Is that what you guys would say? Right? At least that's what I think. Long live Valenti. Thank you, Dark Revelry. I think that's the solution. Well, the New York City government decided that the best course of action would just be to raise the toll price of, like, coming into Manhattan in a car, like from the bridges and the tunnels, from $9 to $21. They just more than doubled. They more than doubled the price of the tolls. Now, the thing is, that didn't stop anybody from coming into New York City. What it did do is make everyone fucking angry. And now everybody's paying more money. And now Ubers don't even want to take you in and out of Manhattan because they got to pay a fucking $21 fee. That's what congestion pricing is. What the fuck are you saying, the hoodie? What the fuck are you saying? And listen, I went to school in New York City. I lived in New York City for 8 years. I lived in New York City for 8 years, bro. The subways are fine. It's just they're disgusting. It's better than what everybody else has. There's fucking 50 states, and we're like the only one where you can move around the city seemingly fast. You can get halfway across the city in 20 minutes flat on the fucking subway, and it's $2.75 to get in. But it's also disgusting. There's rats, and there's human shit, and there's fucking homeless people doing drugs, and people are smoking cigarettes. It's disgusting, and people are committing crimes and shit. But at least it works. Just fix it up. Just fix it up. What's the fucking problem? Just fix it up. Let's check on the TikTok. I made a TikTok telling people I was live, and I'm sure 99% of the comments are just pure vitriolic hatred. Let's see. Let's give her a check. 35 comments. Hate, love, hate, love, hate, all hate. It's just 90%, 99% hate. I was correct. But, yeah, no, this is fucking insane. I didn't know that he said that. So, it looks like we actually are moving. I said this before. We had two options in terms of, oh, shit, that's too bright. I gotta shut the blinds. We had two options in terms of the future of our government. Because of people like Curtis Yarvin and their influence over, like, J.D. Vance and Elon Musk, not really Donald Trump. I don't think Donald Trump gives a fuck about Curtis Yarvin. But because of that influence, there's only two options for the future of the United States government, right? And those options are either a monarchy or tech feudalism. Now, Trump definitely wants a monarchy. He wants to be the king. You see it right here. Right here. Congestion pricing is dead. Manhattan, all New York is saved. Long live the king. He also, as we covered a couple of seconds ago, let's go back and play it one more time if anybody here's new.
Their actions, and also reestablishes the longstanding norm that only the president or the attorney general can speak for the United States when stating an opinion as to what the law is.
There we go. See that? So Trump is claiming that he and the attorney general are the only people that get to have an opinion on U.S. law. That is a direct attack on the judicial system, right? And this isn't the first time we've seen that. I mean, Trump is a very petty guy. He's sued like fucking 30 different people for defamation, and that's why we start to see, oh, we've got someone losing their little mind in the chat. Sorry, brother, I'm going to have to ban you for spam. How do I do that? How do I do that? Oh, yeah. I'll figure it out. But, brother, you could be normal. We're here having a conversation. Oh, I'm not signed in. I'm not signed in. How do I do this? I'm going to have to figure this out. What do I do? Hide user on the channel? What do I do? Remove? No, that's removing one message. Put user in timeout. There we go. I'll put you in a 24-hour timeout. You could think about, you know, being a loser. And then you can come back. I figured it out. We figured it out, chat. So this is what I do. I pull this down here. That's a good learning lesson, though. Pull this there. And then we put that there. Right there. Right there. Got it. I have figured it out. Anyway, how do you cope with the endless amount of knuckle-dragging fascists in every one of your comment sections? I usually cope with coffee and marijuana. It's one hell of a combination. Do you think DOGE will develop into ONI? No. No, I don't even know how you could compare those two. The Office of Naval Intelligence. So let's get reading on some of this, guys. Let's start reading some of this shit. Let's get to educating some new people. By the way, I saw your comment, the hoodie. Jesus Christ. You're crazy. You're crazy, brother. You gotta check yourself. Anyway. What the fuck was I about to say? Trump claims expanded power over independent agencies. I don't blame you for thinking it, Bad Wolf. I don't blame you. Oh, I gotta change it to all chat, not top chat. There we go. All right. President Trump on Tuesday signed an executive order to give the president greater power over independent regulatory agencies, government entities Congress set up to be shielded from White House control. Well-known independent regulatory agents include the Consumer Product Safety Commission, which issues recalls and safety warnings, the Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, which oversees markets, and the Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation, which insures bank deposits. Now, interestingly enough, the SEC is currently investigating Elon Musk because of his new deal with Visa for like to launch a currency on Twitter called like X dollars or some shit. The SPSC, I'm sure they probably are investigating Elon Musk because all of them are. Yo, brother man, I'm sure you've seen the idiots on TikTok dragging you through the muck. They think you're gonna hurt someone. I'm not convinced, dude. What is that noise? Oh, that's the fucking heat. Jesus Christ. Yeah, no, dude, those people they're all in a cult, bro. They just believe whatever the fuck they're told to believe. You don't need to worry about them. Trump's order specifically exempts the Federal Reserve's Board of Governors and Open Market Committee. I wonder why. The Federal Reserve, which sets monetary policy, is intentionally designed to be independent from the whims of electoral politics. A separation considered central to its ability to stabilize the economy. Bro's definitely stressed, but he's not insane. Of course I'm stressed. My nation is descending into fascism. It's very stressful to witness. The order calls for the affected agencies to submit any new regulations to the White House, set up White House liaison offices, and regularly consult with and coordinate policies and priorities with the White House. Hey, Chris, you're a pathetic excuse for a human. Enjoy the visit from Secret Service. Your downfall will be studied. Thank you, brother. I appreciate the engagement. Legit, I love you, dude. Thank you, Josh. You know, Mencius Moldbug was... Jesus Christ, freaky guy. That's crazy. Expanded presidential... Oh, wait, no, we didn't stop there. We stopped here. In claiming this new power over agencies, the order also gives the president and attorney general the sole abilities to interpret laws for the executive branch. I don't know why this isn't getting, like, its own fucking headline on NPR. Or just, like, everywhere else. This is a complete loophole to get around the judicial system, to get around Congress, to get around the Supreme Court. In claiming this new power over agencies, the order gives the president and the attorney general the sole abilities to interpret laws for the executive branch. So that means the whole reason why we have a court system is because oftentimes people are doing things that are legal but are on the cusp of illegality, right? And when they go to court, it's like, okay, technically, this guy is operating more under constitutional law than this guy. This guy's kind of usurping the Constitution. Sure, he's not violating the law, but there's loopholes, right? That entire system, if this executive order gets pushed through, is just tossed out the window. It just says now that the president and the attorney general, Pam Bondi, are the sole people who can interpret the laws for the executive branch. It's absolutely ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. What is the best way to show support? YouTube or TikTok? Oh, YouTube. TikTok fucking sucks. The app's going to get shut down in 3 weeks. Or it's going to be sold to an American company. But regardless, TikTok fucking sucks. The court system is already low-key corrupt, so $20 says Trump is either exploiting loopholes. Well, dude, the court system is so corrupt that Donald Trump is currently blackmailing the fucking mayor of New York City, okay? And I live in New York. This isn't gaming. No, I game on Twitch. Don't worry. This is just politics and history. So the Trump administration is actively blackmailing the mayor of New York City. Now, the thing is, Eric Adams, he's like a Gotham villain. He's our mayor. He's a piece of shit. He's taken, like, dead-ass bribes from Turkey to, like, get private flights on, like, Arab Emirates. The guy is... There's a lot of corruption that you can do that is low-key legal. You know, corruption in many different aspects is legal in the United States through lobbying. You know, you get a campaign donation. That's bribery, you know, and, you know, you can get it legal. But Eric Adams was just, like, he didn't give a fuck, right? And the thing is, all of the charges against him are going to go through. He's going to face jail time. But then suddenly, the Trump administration comes in with this sweeping new move where they say, we want you to put the charges on Eric Adams on hold. Right? So I know that this says dropping charges against Eric Adams, but that's not the case. They want to put them on hold where they can take away the charges on Eric Adams. And Tom Homan, who's like the guy in charge of ICE and deportation, he said, well, as long as Eric Adams allows us to practice our deportation campaign. Joshua, thank you. Welcome to the society. You are now a loyalist. Tom Oman said, well, as long as Eric Adams allows us to participate in our deportation campaign, the charges will stay dropped. But if he tries to interfere, or if any New York City piece of government tries to interfere with our deportation campaign, we're going to put the charges back on him, right? There's the thing. I fucking hate Eric Adams. But I don't want to live in a state or a city where our mayor is being blackmailed. That's insane. We know he's being blackmailed to the point where when the Trump administration requested to drop charges, I think 13 DOJ attorneys generals just resigned. They said, we're not fucking doing it. The Justice Department on Wednesday offered a striking and contradictory new explanation for why it is seeking to drop corruption charges against New York City Mayor Eric Adams, with the top official arguing that the charges against the mayor are not well supported in law. In a thread on X, Chad Mizell, Chief of Staff to Attorney General Pam Bondi, criticized the basis of the charges against Adams and suggested that the case may not be winnable. It's unbelievable. And we've got this. Get this shit off my screen. All these DOJ officials are resigning. And one of them said a quote where he was essentially like, listen, I'm not stupid enough or corrupt enough to do this. I resign. But I'm certain you will find somebody who is stupid and corrupt enough to do this. So let's read some of this. Oh. Manhattan's top career federal prosecutor resigned. Oh, we got a quick donation. $5 donation. I'm from England. The Constitution is based on faith of the President of the United States to abide by it. So if Trump decides to ignore Congress and the Supreme Court of the United States, what can they actually do? Nothing. We do not have an authoritative body within the Supreme Court or the Department of Justice. So the Department of Justice could feasibly issue an arrest warrant for the President of the United States for some insane reason. They would never do that. But if they did, they don't have an enforcement, a method of enforcement. It's not like we have like a secret police that is operated by the Supreme Court and Congress. That doesn't exist. It is entirely reliant on our institutions to just do what is right. And unfortunately, that's probably not going to happen. Mencius Moldbug is so pretty and fit, I'd let him hit any day of the week. All right, so let's read some of this. Manhattan's top career federal prosecutor resigned after attorneys in her office were directed to drop their criminal case against New York City Mayor Eric Adams. 3 sources familiar with the matter confirmed to CBS News. Danielle Sassoon stepped down from her role. Danielle Sassoon stepped down from her role as acting U.S. Attorney for the Southern District of New York on Thursday, days after a top Justice Department official ordered her office to dismiss corruption charges against the mayor. Insane. New York is kind of ground zero for shady shit, though. Yeah, there's a reason why Gotham exists, like in terms of like the comic books and shit. Thank you. This is what I fear. Love your videos, and be assured you have a lot more support in the UK, and the US media wants to make out. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that. Why aren't you talking about the words you said on TikTok Live? Because we're talking about politics right now, sweet boy. I want to go smoke, brother. How long you live for? I don't know. I mean, you go smoke, brother. I'm going to be live for quite a while. On Monday, Acting Deputy Attorney General Emile Bove sent a memo instructing prosecutors in Manhattan to abandon the 5-count indictment that was filed in September. You are directed, as authorized by the Attorney General, to dismiss the pending charges, Bove wrote, adding that the department reached this conclusion without assessing the strength of the evidence or the legal theories on which the case is based, and in no way calls into question the integrity and efforts of the prosecutors who brought the case. So essentially, what they're saying is, listen, we're not calling into question the integrity and the efforts of the prosecutors. We're not saying, thank you for becoming a loyalist, Mystic Boots. I appreciate you. We're not saying that you guys did a bad investigation. We're just saying that you are directed, as authorized by me, Pam Bondi, to just drop the charges. Now, what do you mean then? Why do you want me to drop the charges if you're not questioning the integrity of the prosecutors? Because we prosecuted him. He has been found guilty. He's facing his court date. He's going to jail. But apparently, If the Attorney General is in charge of the opinion of the law, which is what Donald Trump just signed into executive order, there's nobody who can stand against her and Donald Trump. That's it. That's it. Unbelievable. Bove also cited Adams' restricted ability to help the Trump administration enforce its immigration policies, and the case was to be dropped without prejudice so the charges could be revived at a later time. So this says that Adams' charges wouldn't actually be dropped, but they could be revived at a later time. Now think about that. What does that mean? That means that they are blackmailing him. It means, hey, as long as you continue with our immigration policies and you don't interfere, even though New York City is a sanctuary city, we will keep the charges off. But if you stand in the way, the charges could be revived. Clear as day, right in front of your fucking face. The Trump administration is just blackmailing the mayor of New York City, which is fucking delusional. It's absolutely fucking unhinged. Yeah, so then Sassoon resigned. Raises serious concerns that render the contemplated dismissal inconsistent with my ability and duty to prosecute federal crimes without fear or favor and to advance good faith arguments before the courts. Yeah, so this woman fucking resigned. She said, I can't do that, man, because of my integrity. If you're for it, I quit. I'm not fucking doing that. This is unbelievable. Trump is saving our country. God bless him and his team. Stanky, I have a question for you. Do you want Trump to be allowed to run a third term? Yes or no? We will continue reading while we wait for your response. Sassoon's letter to the Attorney General alleged that during a meeting with the Justice Department officials last month, Adams' attorneys urged what amounted to a quid pro quo, allegedly offering the mayor's cooperation with Trump administration priorities in exchange for the dismissal of the charges. Bove and Adams' legal team both rejected this assertion. That would be great. Okay, so Stanky, you are saying, because you do know that we have a 22nd Amendment that says that you can only have 2 terms. You are saying that you are okay with terminating the 22nd Amendment or amending it to allow Trump to run a 3rd term? Hornets Ball, $5. Keep it up, man. Thank you. I appreciate you. Excuse me. So, Stanky, are you saying you're okay with either abandoning or amending the 22nd Amendment of the Constitution? I just said it would never happen. My opinion on it doesn't mean I'm going against the Constitution. It does, by definition. I would just like it, but it's not going to happen. No, it is directly against the Constitution. For you to want Trump to have a 3rd term means that you don't care about the 2-term limit established within the 22nd Amendment of the Constitution. So even though I'm sure there are some MAGA supporters who do not support a Trump 3rd term because they are patriots, they support the Constitution, and they understand that we have term limits for a reason. But you are seemingly in a cult. You don't actually care about the Constitution or the rule of law. You just want Trump to be the king, right? Which is, a little bit ironic considering this. This is what you would like, right? Long live the king. You like when Trump refers to himself as a king? Yes or no? If that's the case, why did he give up when his last term was up? Because he lost the election. He lost the election. So he had to give up power. Well, he did fight tooth and nail. He had an insurrection. He rallied his base to try and overthrow the government and push through fraudulent electorates so that he could keep power. But he lost the election. Lamau, buddy, I never said any of that. Just answer the question. Yes. No, you didn't have to say it. Okay, let me rephrase it because I don't want to get too off. By 20 million votes, just like those 20 million dead people collecting Social Security. Yeah, so let's talk about this. You said that you would support Trump having a third term. The only way you can get a third term is by amending the 22nd Amendment of the United States Constitution. If A equals B and B equals C, that means that A also equals C. Okay? Does that make sense? Does that make sense? Are you aligned with the Democratic Party or closer to populist beliefs like Bernie? No, I'm a Democratic Socialist. I think the Democratic Party is full of fucking cowards that don't do anything. Oh, thank you for the gifted membership. I appreciate that. Gifted to Kane. Congratulations, Kane. You got a gifted membership. Yeah. Yes, you did. And when his term is up, he will be done just like he did last time. Well, you do know that the Republican Congress has already proposed amending the 22nd Amendment to allow him to run for a third term and to prevent Obama from doing that. Do you think I'm lying about that? Because there's a Tennessee congressman named Andy Ogler who wrote the proposition in black and white. It was proposed to the House of Legislation. It was proposed. This is real. Did I say any of that? Don't put words in my mouth. Okay. So you do admit that the Republican Party is actively trying to allow Trump to run a third term, right? Because they are. They're currently doing that. Are you saying you agree with me? Oh, One Piece goes. Welcome back, brother. Welcome back, brother. Ow. There we go. Yes, they can put forward any number of bullshit. I didn't say that they didn't. Okay, so I'm asking you, Tough Mudder, do you support that? Do you support that bill that would allow Trump to run a third term? It's a very basic question. That's all I'm asking. I don't support that. I think that's bad. If you're a Democrat, you're wrong. Republican, you're wrong. Liberal or conservative, you're wrong. We're human beings. I'm sick of how political people are now. Y'all don't got work or priorities. So I'm not trying to be rude to you. That is a very privileged way of thinking things, okay? I don't know who you are. I don't know if you're a straight white male or not, but there are people who are actually affected by political decisions, right? For example, there's women in South Carolina who have died because they can't get an abortion and they need they need it removed because they're dying, right? Like the baby died inside of them or they're having an ectopic pregnancy, and these are real people and they were affected by the policies. These are real things. No, I never said I did, and I don't get why you're moving the... No, I'm not moving the goalposts at all, Tough Mudder. I quite literally am just answering your question and then asking you follow-up questions. So good. I am glad you don't support that legislation. That's a good thing. I'm happy about that. Good. You're my goat, best muckraker of all time. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you. Cheers. I'm aware Epic win 200. I am aware of that. Welcome back, dear Leafy. Didn't FDR was president for 4 terms? Yes, and that is why we established the 22nd Amendment after FDR's 4th term. We were like, okay, that was fucking insane. We should probably have term limits. Yeah. That's exactly why we have term limits now, because FDR had 4 terms. Granted, World War II was going on. If there's ever a time to not have an election, it's A, when you're being invaded. That's the number one time where it's okay to not have an election. And B, when you're at war, okay? Especially a war like World War II. You're such a bum, take a bath. Brother, the reason why my hair is so pretty right now is because I just took a shower. Thank you. If he can do it, Trump can. No, he can't, though. That's what I'm saying. After FDR did it, the United States got together and they amended the Constitution to say that there is a 2-term limit. if he can do it, Trump can, is simply incorrect. FDR could do it because there was no law preventing him from doing it. Now there is. It's part of the United States Constitution. Do I need to pull up the 22nd Amendment for you guys? I'll pull it up for you, okay? This is so funny. Are you Turkish? No. Here's the 22nd Amendment for you, because you seem to be a little bit confused.
No person shall be elected to the office of the president more than twice, and no person who has held the office of president or acted as president for more than 2 years of a term to which some other person was elected president shall be elected to the office of the president more than once.
I'll say one thing, I fucking hate the way that they phrase political jargon. The second half of this doesn't really fucking matter. The first part does. No person shall be elected to the office of the president more than twice. And no person who's held the office of the president, yada, yada, yada. But that is really all that matters. Right there. Andy Ogles can propose whatever he wants. It doesn't mean it's going to pass or going to be what Trump backs. I agree. I am asking you if you support what Andy Ogler has proposed. You said you don't. There's some people, like One Piece Ghost, who seemingly do. Soon we'll be at war with Canada, so he'll be able to present for 3 terms. To be president is probably what you meant to say. Really, even I don't think, and like I think Trump's crazy, even I don't think Trump would declare war on Canada. That's just silly. You know, I feel like he would be more likely to declare war on Mexico, but you genuinely think that Trump would declare war on Canada? Are you serious? What's your hair care routine? I got like Thick and Strong, Dove men's shampoo, Thick and Strong. Are you Jewish? No. Lights would go out here. That is true. If we went to war with Canada, they would turn off their power grid that controls, I think, like the Northeast. Like, I would probably lose power. But yeah, there's the 22nd Amendment for you, for people who are confused. So, what did Andy Ogler propose? I will show you. Andy Ogle's amendment to 22nd Amendment. Representative Ogles proposes amending the 22nd Amendment to allow Trump to serve a 3rd term. Here's his advertisement. Congressman Andy Ogles, give President Trump a 3rd term. Representative Ogles proposes amending the 22nd Amendment to allow Trump to serve a 3rd term. Notice how there's no soul behind his eyes. Notice how it looks like he stole that flesh off of a man. But, so listen to this. This is hilarious. This is going to blow your mind. This proposition here, it's not just about letting Trump run a 3rd term. It's about also preventing Obama from running against him. I'm not even kidding. No person shall be elected to the office of president more than 3 times, nor be elected to any additional term after being elected to 2 consecutive terms. Now, what does this mean? So, no person shall be elected to the office of the president more than 3 times. So that, right off the rip, allows Trump to run a 3rd term, right? And, wait a minute, doesn't that allow Obama to run a 3rd term? You would think, right? No, because of this part here. Nor would they be elected to any additional term after being elected to 2 consecutive terms. Now, here's the thing. Trump, he's on his 2nd term, but it wasn't consecutive. Joe Biden was the president from 2020 to 2024. So this proposition would allow Trump to run for a 3rd term, but it wouldn't allow Obama because he had 2 consecutive terms. And no person who has held the office of president or acted as president for more than 2 years of a term to which some other person was elected president is the same thing as the first one. Oh. So, yeah, no, I know the right-wing MAGA chuds, they do everything that they can to try and make me sound insane. And the reason why they do that is because everything that I'm saying is actually just straight out of the mouth of Republicans, and it's unhinged. Like, what they are doing is unhinged. It's unbelievable. They're scared to run against Obama? Yes. Even Trump. Even Trump is scared to run against Obama. Also, you said before that you would want to abolish religious institutions, but that would shut down thousands of hospitals. No, I've never said that I wanted to abolish religious institutions. What I said is that I believe religious institutions are the downfall of humanity. That's what I said. And I believe that because religious institutions throughout time have divided people into believing that they are, destined to go to heaven and they have to kill the infidel. You know what I'm saying? Like the Crusades and World War II. All I'm saying is that the institutions behind religion are not good. And the thing is it possible for some of them to do good things? Of course, you can do good things. I'm not saying the church that you go to is full of evil people. Not at all. But what I am saying is that the Catholic Church in its entirety from its inception to today has caused more division than it has unity, and killed quite a lot of people along the way. But your relationship with God is your relationship with God. I don't give a fuck if you pray, who you pray to or how you pray. That's fine. All I'm saying is when it gets to like tying in your religious beliefs with actual laws, I'm not on board no matter what your belief is, because some people do not believe in your religion, and to force them to live under that law is antithetical to American freedom, secular societies, and the separation of church and state. Catholic Church is literally the biggest non-government provider of hospitals. Yeah, and the Red Cross smuggled out thousands of Nazis after World War II. And so did the Vatican. The Vatican turned high-ranking Nazis into cardinals to hide them. The Vatican had to give back fucking tons of gold ripped out of the mouths of Jews because they housed it in the Vatican's vault. Yeah, like you can do good things and you can do bad things. That's all it is. That's life. The Catholic Church has done horrible, heinous shit, and they've also done great shit. Same thing with every other fucking religious institution. Conspiracy theories? No, that's not conspiracy. That is proven. Would you like me to bring it up? I'll bring it up for you. Vatican harbors Nazis after World War II. The Vatican helped some Nazi war criminals and collaborators escape to South America and other destinations after World War II. The Vatican's actions have been controversial. How the Vatican helped Nazis escape? Rat lines. The Vatican helped Nazis escape through rat lines, escape routes that ran from Europe to South America. False documents. The Vatican helped Nazis obtain false identity documents from passports from the Red Cross. Like I said, the Red Cross helped save all of these Nazis. They protected Nazis from extradition. The Vatican helped shield Nazis from prosecution as international trials began. Possible motivations. The Vatican may have hoped to revive European Christianity. The Vatican may have feared the Soviet Union, and the Vatican may have wanted to help Catholic refugees. Noticeable examples, or notable. An Austrian-born monk named Alois Hudal, I know all about Alois Hudal, provided false Vatican-issued document to Nazis. Hudal also helped Franciscan monk in Genoa. So yeah, how does it feel to be confidently correct and then just immediately proven wrong in like less than 5 seconds? Or are you going to say that Google AI isn't, it's not credible? Because I don't know if you know this, but the Google AI puts the sources that it uses directly to the right. So we've got history.com, we've got DW, we've got The Guardian. Is that what he said? Oh, no, somebody else at Frog. Using Google AI is most proof. Yeah, no, so I knew you were going to say that. So how about history.com? Would that help? Is that okay? Or is that also liberal media? Is history.com liberal media too? You do know there have been entire movies and documentaries made about this, right? You do know that, right? I can't imagine being as stupid as you. I couldn't fathom it. And I pity you for being so stupid. So, is this liberal media? Is this liberal media? Where'd you go? Where'd you go? Hello? Where'd you go? Hello? Where'd you go? Bloody liberal media. Yeah, it's gotta be fake news. This is fake news. The Vatican clearly never harbored any Nazis because the Vatican would never do that. Fucking idiots. Oh, Jesus. It's too easy to prove you guys wrong. You make it so fucking easy. You could try harder than that. You could. Who runs that website? It's history.com, bro. Is history.com liberal media? It's gotta be liberal media. It's gotta be. Because liberals are anti-Catholic, brother. It's gotta be them liberal fucking historians. Every time. Goddamn liberal historians. Dude, and the thing is, I was raised Catholic. What are you going to say next? Are you going to say the Catholic Church doesn't have a problem with priests being pedophiles? Are you going to say that too? Because they really do have a problem with that. Such a problem that they've made so many documentaries and movies and investigations. They move them around, the cardinals. Are you going to say that's not real either? Is that what you're going to say? Is that what you're going to say? Is that what you're going to say? Anything to defend the institution, right? Anything to move the goalpost, right? It's fucking pathetic. It's pathetic. Well, that's wrong and they are bad people. Yeah, and this is wrong. And this is wrong. And they are bad people. Why can't you just fucking admit that something happened? This shit happened fucking decades before you were born. And you're gonna tell me that you do understand that the people that we're talking about were responsible for the murder of tens of millions of people. And you are saying, no, they didn't get hidden by the Catholic Church. It's documented. We had a Nuremberg trial. We found these motherfuckers. We found them. We found them. And America had radical segregation. Do you hate America now? No, I don't hate America. But what the fuck? How does that have anything at all to do with what I said? I never said I hate the Catholic Church. Not once. What I said is, this happened. What you said is, that's a conspiracy theory. That's what you said. Is it also a conspiracy theory that we firebombed Dresden and burned 200,000 people alive? Or actually, most of them didn't burn alive. The fires burned so hot that it sucked the oxygen out of the city. And most people just asphyxiated because there was no oxygen. Is that a conspiracy theory too? Or did we, the United States, do that 2 days in a row? Did we? Did we? Source, I want to know what you're talking about? Sure. The bombing of Dresden was a British and American aerial bombing attack of the city of Dresden, a capital of the German state of Saxony. In 4 raids between the 13th and the 15th, heavy bombers of the Royal Air Force and 527 of the U.S. Air Force dropped more than 3,900 tons of HE bombs and incendiary devices in the city. The bombing resulted in a firestorm that destroyed 1,600 acres. 25,000 people were killed. 3 more raids followed in the next 2 days. Now, what's important to know is that Dresden had no military in it. It was a civilian city. This idea came from Churchill. It was like, if we bomb these people, maybe it'll turn them against their own government because they're getting punished for what their government's doing. And it didn't. It did the opposite. Those people ended up, a lot of the survivors ended up joining the fucking Germans. They ended up joining the military. The attacks. Give me the... I want to know how many people died. Fatalities. Between 100... Oh, wait, no. Where is it? Give me the deaths. There were dead, 20,000, including 6,865 who were cremated. Total number of deaths to be 25,000. On another report, 22,000, 21,000. Between 100,000 and 200,000 refugees fleeing westward from advancing Soviet forces were in the city at the time of the bombing. Lick my balls, bootlicker. You can't be talking to me, right? Yeah, Dresden was burnt to shit. Wikipedia, nice source. Do you not believe the firebombing of Dresden happened? Are you serious? Wait, are you trolling? I know I'm on Wikipedia, but do you not believe that happened? Like, do you think this is fake?
Cuando los matanes están azules, esa cerveza está fría, Ed.
Do you think this is fake? Are you... Oh my god. Can't believe anything on Wiki. Oh my god, you guys are so stupid. This is what happens when your school's like, you can't use Wikipedia as a source. Yeah, they said that because they wanted you to learn how to do research. This is the compilation of research that has been done by thousands of researchers. This is like, let me just show you. I know you guys say like you can't trust anything on Wiki. Is there something that like you think you could trust on Wiki? Like what if I pulled up, I don't know, how about Donald Trump? Is this trustworthy? We're still on Wiki. Is this okay? Oh, no, here's one. I got a better idea. Is this fake news now that I'm on Wikipedia? Is this suddenly not trustworthy now? This just didn't happen? Nice source, dude. Nice source. Yes, fake news. No, but a lot is lied about. Copy that. It's just convenient. You know, it's like whenever something makes America look bad, it's just seemingly, it must be a lie, you know? That's so interesting. That's so interesting. I love how Wikipedia cites its sources at the bottom. Yeah, I know. There could be fake facts in there. No, there can't. What happens is when that happens, the creator can get the post removed and then could be sued for spreading misinformation. Could you tell me where to go to find some fake facts? Because you're so confident that something in here has fake facts. What should I look up to find some alternate history on Wikipedia? What should I look up? And we'll find some fake facts together. What should I look up? Come on, give me an idea. I hope you talk to someone and get some help. Thanks, Blake Boytel. I appreciate that. Yeah, are the LA fires fake? Because they have that on Wikipedia. So what should we look up? Anything and everything? All right, how about something like, I don't know. Is this fake too? This just must have not happened. Right? How about, oh, I got an idea. How about, can't trust this. Simply can't trust this, right? Just can't trust this. Just must have never happened. You know what else? If I just can't trust anything I read from this because it's a Wikipedia page. So I don't even know if, this is probably all a lie. Right? By the way, I'm being sarcastic if anybody's rolling into the chat now. But enough energy wasted on that. That's fucking silly, Bo Billy. See what breaking news we have. Yeah, we saw that. We talked about that. Yeah, I want to know about what his IVF plan actually means. Please tell me what a goy is. I have no idea what a goy is. What does Trump's executive order for IVF mean? The president says he's seeking ways to aggressively reduce the cost of fertility treatment. Now, here's the thing, guys. I said this when we watched it live. With what he said, I have no problems with what he said about reducing the cost of IVF and making it easier for people to get it. But I judge people by what they do, not by what they say. So I'm curious to see what the actual meat and potatoes of the executive order actually means. President Trump signed an executive order on Tuesday that asked for a list of policy recommendations to protect access to in vitro fertilization and aggressively reduce out-of-pocket and health plan costs for such treatments. Mr. Trump has asked the Assistant to the President for Domestic Policy to provide that list within 90 days. The executive order does not change any policy and does not mention some of Mr. Trump's campaign promises on the topic, including making the treatment free. Here's what to know. Remember, he did say that he was going to make IVF free, but I'll take cheaper. Why didn't people vote for Kamala Harris enough to win, Chris? Because she was a dog shit candidate. She was a horrendous candidate. Oh. Campaign promises. Chris, I think finding out what Trump and elite may think of you and me. I'm not looking it up, bro. You seem really fucking weird. Anyway, after the Supreme Court overturned Roe v. Wade in 2022, a ruling... Also, let me check my audio. How's my audio right now? It's really low. Why didn't any of you fuckers tell me that my audio was really low, you bastards? You fucking bastards. You bastards. After the Supreme Court overruled Roe v. Wade in 2022, a ruling that Mr. Trump claims to have brought about, patients and their doctors grew concerned about the fate of fertility treatments, especially after the Alabama Supreme Court ruled in February 2024 that frozen embryos in test tubes should be considered children. Let's read this again. Alabama Supreme Court ruled in February of last year that frozen embryos in test tubes should be considered children. It's used in a derogatory way. Crazy. Just got called a bastard from across the room. I'm sorry. Well, Trump won the Electoral College and the popular vote, you silly goose. I know. What the fuck? Do you think I don't know that, bro? This is what I do for a living. What the fuck? Do you think I don't know that? You think you're the one breaking that news to me? Not you? Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to crash out on you. Who would you want to be the president in 2028? Oh, I don't even fucking know. The Democratic Party has no leader right now. I mean, I would like to be the president, but I'm not even old enough to run, and I wouldn't be even then. I mean, Bernie Sanders would be great, but he's getting up there. I don't think he'll ever run again. He's too fucking old. I got no idea. I got no idea. Gromy, I have a question for you, just because I think I'm picking up what you're putting down. Are you an anti-Semite, Gromy? Are you an anti-Semite? I think I finally pieced it together. I love Jewish people. Notice how you didn't say yes or no. You didn't say yes or no. That's a little bit interesting. That's a little bit interesting. So I'll ask you again. Are you an anti-Semite, Gromy? Is that what you are? Doug says yes. Doug, are you saying, oh, you are? Well, watch this, Doug. Watch this, Doug. Bye, Doug. No, I am not. Okay, good. Because if you were, and you weren't even brave enough to admit that you were, now that would be incredibly pathetic. You know, because at least, you know, if stand 10 toes down. Stand 10 toes down at least. You know what I'm saying? AOC would be good if her party gave her leadership. That's the thing about the Republican Party, is they're afraid of strength. They like the status quo. Or, I'm sorry, not the Republican Party, the Democrat Party. The Democrats are afraid of strength. They like to maintain the status quo. That's why we have people in power like Chuck Schumer and Nancy Pelosi, because they're not going to actually change anything for better or for worse. They're just going to keep things the way that they are so that they can keep on fattening their pockets, and that the people who crave power can just follow the footsteps of those before them. People like AOC and Bernie Sanders, they are willing to shake up the system. They are willing to actually make social change. So then you got the Republicans who attack them because they fucking hate leftists. And then you've got the Democrats who try to shun them because they are encroaching on the power of the already established Democrat leaders. It's like they're getting attacked on both sides. It's unbelievable. Luigi, shush. Luigi, shush. Elon literally supports Israel and the Jewish people, but he's a Nazi. Sounds good to me. So what you're operating off of is a misconception where you think that Israel represents Jewish people. Israel, nobody has the right to claim that they represent all of a religious group. Because here, watch this. I represent all Christians now. I just claim I do. Does that mean that I actually represent all Christians? No. So when Benjamin Netanyahu, a government, Israel, that was created in 1948, claims to represent Jewish people who have existed for millennia, you should immediately understand that that is just a way of blaming your actions on, hey, I'm chosen by God, brother. I'm sent by God to do this. It says it here in the Talmud. You know what I'm saying? What do you do for work? Just content creation? Yes. Trump is a Zionist? I know. So is Kamala Harris. So is Joe Biden. So is J.D. Vance. So is Elon Musk. Luigi's about to lose her mind. Luigi! I gotta go get her. Stay here. Talk amongst yourselves. What are you doing? What are you doing? Luigi. She's kind of tweaking out. She's kind of tweaking out right now a little bit. She's kind of tweaking out just a slight bit. Just tweaking out just a little bit. I'm not sure if you could hear her tweaking out the way that I can hear her tweaking out, but she's definitely, God damn it, Luigi. Come here, Wee. Wee, come here. Trump can suck a fuck. So can Biden, Obama, any Kennedy, any Clinton, and any runner-up. Now, that is the only accurate take. Answer my question. Yes, sir. What was your question? Scrolling up. Yeah, but their ethnicity is Jewish. There is no such thing as a Jewish ethnicity. There is the Ashkenazi ethnicity, but Jewish is a religion. It is a belief in God. It is a system of religious belief. You can convert from Judaism, or you can convert to Judaism. There is nothing in your blood that has to do with what God you believe in. That's not a real thing. I hope that makes sense, because that, I feel like, I don't understand how that can't make sense. I really don't. Very interesting, though. Chris, get the Yahtzee out of here. Where? I don't see a Yahtzee. I don't see a Yahtzee. Who's the Yahtzee? And also, you can just say Nazi. This isn't TikTok. You can just say Nazi. 2.9 million followers, less than 100 viewers on live, or about 100 viewers. Yeah, I don't get many viewers on my TikTok live, on my YouTube lives. Before content creation, what did you do for work? I sliced deli meat. You know, like when you get like some fucking ham or something. That's what I do. Do you genuinely think a Nazi would support Israel's state and the Jewish people? Got it. Yes, I do. I think a Nazi would love Israel. Israel is just a modern Nazi state. They commit genocide. They operate under an apartheid regime. Elon Musk was raised under an apartheid regime. Yes, I do. I think that the only color Elon sees is green. I don't think Elon Musk necessarily gives a fuck as long as you're rich. Hey, how you doing? How you doing, Brenner account? Who's a political Zionist? It's somebody who supports Zionism for political gain rather than for religious beliefs. So that'd be like a Christian politician in the United States who was a Zionist. That's a political Zionist. They're doing it to establish a good relationship with the nation of Israel, not because they actually give a fuck about Zionism. Life would be better under Kamala? I believe so, yes. I do. I don't think that, we would be living under so much chaos. I mean, right now, you can't deny that it is fucking chaotic because of DOGE, really. DOGE is just usurping the powers that be, and that's why there's so much chaos. Like, DOGE drains this, DOGE drains that, DOGE drains that. Well, that's the thing, is that DOGE doesn't have the authority to do any of that. That's the reason why there's so much chaos. In your opinion, how would your personal life be different? Well, there wouldn't be so much chaos. I wouldn't have to report on so much terrible shit. Maybe I would be able to report on something good. I don't know. I bet my bud's better than yours. Bet it ain't. Bet it ain't. I think an oligarchy has been in power for a long time. Sure. The oligarchy was not in our government. Now the oligarchy has power within the government rather than outside of it, operating as a shadow. Unemployed fuck, crying and crying and crying. Oh no, dude, did you get triggered? I'm sorry, Mr. Snowflake. I think they aren't racist, homophobic, sexist, or anything. I think they just understand what a good tool those things are. I think some of them are, but I do think that, yeah, no, you're right. I think when it gets to the tip top, a lot of people understand that you could use those tools to divide people and then get their votes. Listen to this fuckhead. Thank you. Yeah, you should be listening. Welcome to the stream. How's the gym? Very good. Thank you for asking. I've seen Elon in more Trump interviews than I've seen. Dude, during Trump's interview with Sean Hannity, Elon spoke, I think, 12 minutes longer than Trump. Go back to your history videos, complete dumbass. I'm sorry that you're so easily triggered, my guy. But, I do wish you the best. My heart goes out to you, and get well soon, okay? What do you want the system to be changed exactly? I want our tax dollars to go into social programs. No one would take Kamala seriously, bro? What does that mean? I don't know what you mean. Nobody would take Kamala seriously. What does that mean? Taking Elon's little letter kid telling Trump to shut up. Oh, I thought that was fucking hilarious. Do you genuinely think Elon has power? Yes, and he does. There's a reason why he has 2 DOGE members embedded at the Energy Department, and they have our nuclear secrets. There's a reason why DOGE was able to download illegally all of our information out of the Treasury Department into a private server. It's because Elon Musk is in charge of DOGE. Now, I know legally Elon Musk is not in charge of DOGE. That is purposeful. It's so that when all of this comes to light, that everything DOGE has done is illegal, Elon Musk cannot be held legally responsible for any of it. Well, I think your history videos are awesome. I think you should continue to make content based on whatever you believe is important to make. Well, I believe my nation is descending into fascism, so I'm going to keep on making these types of videos. Dude is on TikTok flexing his fat ass with his cutoffs, begging for an agent. Dude pissed off literally 90% of his fan base. Dude is the epitome of a crash out, or, the epitome. I did get those agents, by the way. I got 4 agents at United Talent Agency, the largest agency in the United States. Thank you very much. Grow up and get a haircut, loser. Sorry, brother. I'm sorry that the length of my hair has you so worked up. Who was legally in charge of DOGE? Actually, I got no idea. Let's find out. Not a single world leader takes Trump serious. I know. It's fucking hilarious. Who is actually running DOGE? The White House said in a court filing that Elon Musk isn't the official head of Donald Trump's Department of Government Efficiency Task Force, raising questions about who is overseeing DOGE's federal blitzkrieg. Good word choice. Who wrote this? Who wrote this shit? I gotta know. Rafi Schwartz. Of course, of course. Don't make me say it, but good. Fuck yeah. What a brave guy. Fuck yeah. Good word choice, Mr. Schwartz. Good word choice. I'd love to see Valenti's cheeks. That's the craziest thing I've ever read. Thank you. I'm so confused as to why so many people support fascism. People are very uneducated. Most of them don't even know that they support fascism. They're just stupid. Okay. The sad thing about his channel was how many of them were Nazis and completely missed the point. Yeah, well, that's the thing. When you start telling people about World War II, if you do what I did, right? There is a rat under the hat controlling him. Oh, so you are anti-Semitic. Goodbye, Gromy. Goodbye, Gromy. Bye-bye. What the fuck was I going to say? Oh, yeah. So when you amass an audience around teaching or learning about World War II, right? That was a Ratatouille reference, bro? I don't think so. I don't think so. when you build an audience around World War II, you're always going to attract Nazis, right? Because a lot of Nazis hide behind the guise of, oh, I'm just into World War II history, bro. But then when you start to really dig into it, seemingly they have this weird obsession with the Germans. All they really like about World War II history is the Germans, the Germans, the Germans. It's incredibly strange. Or not strange, they're just Nazis, bro. Rat under the hat is an anti-Semitic thing? Well, that guy was saying a lot of anti-Semitic dog whistles, and then when he brought up the rat under the hat, that's usually in reference to, like, rat, you can, is like, you know, verbiage regarding to Jews from World War II. And under the hat, I'm assuming he was talking about the yarmulke. How you doing, Steve Ed? Would you support Barron for emperor? So you are trolling. Now I know. Now One Piece, there's no point in me ever taking anything you say seriously again. Because I know you're trolling now. You fucked up. You shouldn't have said that. Now you can't troll me effectively because I know you're fucking kidding. The Department of Government Efficiency is in a state of flux thanks to a recent court filing by the Trump administration stating that billionaire Elon Musk, the man personally named by President Donald Trump as being in charge of DOGE, is not running the advisory body at all, and whether Musk is officially in charge or not could affect DOGE's authority. DOGE has spent the past few weeks hacking its way through the inner workings of the federal government, firing thousands of public servants. Given Trump and Musk's many public statements about the latter's role at DOGE, this new court filing has thrown the entire operation into uncertainty. So interesting. Luigi, shush. So, again, we've talked about this before, guys. Everything that DOGE has done in terms of draining government programs, hacking into the Treasury, embedding themselves at the Energy Department, everything they've done is illegal. And when I say that, it's not my opinion. The Department of Justice has filed 13 lawsuits against them. So, 22 states have sued Elon Musk and the Department of Government Efficiency because they are draining their bank accounts. They're draining the state's bank accounts illegally. There are so many checks and balances that prevent... And, so everything that DOGE has been doing is illegal. And only now are we finding out that technically, legally, Elon is not in charge. So he can't get blamed for anything. He can't be held responsible. He can't be charged. He can't be investigated. He's just like a... I don't know, like a devil on your ear whispering into whoever the fuck is the head. And now the question is, who the fuck is in charge? If Elon's not in charge, who's in charge? Could conceivably be Musk's long... Okay, so the true, as of yet, unstated DOGE administrator could conceivably be Musk's longtime right-hand man, Steve Davis, said the Times. Alternatively, it could be Brad Smith, who served in the first Trump administration, who was intimately involved in DOGE's moves. So, like, I don't know. I mean, listen, guys, is there any Trump supporters in here? Any DOGE supporters? Musk supporters? Is there anybody in here? Any of yous? I gotta know. Me, kinda. Okay. Are you okay with the fact that you were duped? Because you could be honest, you definitely thought Elon Musk was in charge of DOGE. So did I. That had nothing to do with whether or not you were Republican or Democrat. We all thought Elon Musk was in charge. So it's a two-pronged question. How do you feel about being duped? Isn't that fucked? You got duped. They made you think he was in charge, and he's not. Isn't that kind of fucked? Isn't that all? You got duped. I got duped. We all got duped. Can't be charged. There's no head right now. Saying he's not in charge and they leave him for DOGE running operating with a purpose figure. Okay, and then the second part of my question is, are you okay with the fact that you don't even get to know who is in charge of DOGE? Right now, it's either, apparently, conceivably, it's either this guy Steve Davis or Brad Smith. But these people are draining your government without, it's illegal. They are illegally draining your government, and you don't even get the right to know their name. I feel like you are entitled to at least know who the fuck is draining your bank accounts. Or not your bank account. Sorry. Who the fuck is draining our government institutions? Maybe you don't believe that you are entitled to that. I believe you are. Very, very interesting. So let's make a quick YouTube video. Don't worry, Robert. You could be here for the YouTube video. We'll make this live. We'll get this one here. We'll get this here. Let's get this set up for a quick YouTube video. Luigi's about to bark again. The wage. Why or how are they getting away with this? They are getting away with this for a handful of reasons, but the most important reason is that Democrat politicians are sitting on their asses doing fucking nothing because they are afraid of shaking up the status quo. They are afraid of getting in trouble. They're afraid of backlash, right? You just saw 30 Democrats standing outside of the Department of Education blocked by one scrawny skinhead in a brown shirt. And they did absolutely nothing. If I was one of them, I swear on my father's soul, I would have pushed past that motherfucker, gone in, and even if I got arrested, then we would have had a news story. It would have said, Democrat congressman arrested for trying to enter Department of Education. Then you would have had a news story. Then you would have had something to run on. That's a big part of it. The second part is that our government doesn't really have an authoritative body, at least the Congress and the Supreme Court. There's no method of enforcement. You know, like you commit some sort of heinous felony, the FBI is coming for you. You commit a small local crime, the police are going to come for you, right? But when you commit something this high of a high level of a crime, and you are this level of a politician, the president or Elon Musk, almost trillionaire, you have to convince people to come after you. You know what I'm saying? Hold on. My brother is FaceTiming me. I am live right now, and say hi.
Oh, hello. All right. I'll talk to you later.
What's up, though? Is it good? Bad?
All good. Nothing. No problem.
Okay. Love you.
Bye.
Bye. Mm-hmm. 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 Seriously, that's it? Is that pathetic? Yes. What is your degree? And I have a bachelor's degree in history with a minor in political science. Hello, MPV314. Hello. 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 You wouldn't have done nothing, bro? I don't know what you mean. Oh, you mean that? No, I would have. I promise you I would have. Granted, there's no way for us to even have this conversation. What's the point in having this debate? What are we going to do? Fucking, I would have. No, you wouldn't. Yes, I would. No, you wouldn't. That's so stupid. They're mad at you, boy? Yeah, I know they're fucking mad at me, brother. They're always fucking mad at me. If you disrespect the Fuhrer, they will come for you. But remember, eagles do not care about the opinion of worms, so I don't give a shit. Anyway, we're about to make a YouTube video. We got this shit cooked up, so We're about to make a YouTube video. Don't worry. Judging based on how you look, you wouldn't, brother. Come on. You know I look like Jon Snow. You know I look like a medieval knight that would fuck your mother. You know it. Come on. You know I look like Jason Mamma Mia. Not Jason Momoa, Jason Mamma Mia. Come on. Okay. You look trans, kinda? Yeah, it's probably because of the long hair, brother. You know what that is? I'm hot to women and men. I'm boy pretty and girl pretty. Audio test, audio test, audio test. Okay, audio test, audio test, audio test. Okay, that'll do. Okay. Shall we? What's up, ladies, gentlemen, and NBs? Welcome to the latest episode of Valenti VOD. I'm your host, Chris Valenti. We got a lot to unpack. Apparently, Elon Musk is not in charge of DOGE. That's the latest gaslighting tactic from the United States government. And then we've also got Trump declaring himself king. I'm not fucking kidding. We're also going to cover his new executive order that says only Donald Trump, the president of the United States, and Pam Bondi, the attorney general, can dictate U.S. law. Their opinion is all that matters. I wish I was fucking kidding about the stuff that I'm talking about, but I am not. Again, before we get started, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and above all else, donate $7,000 to the channel. I'm so fucked. Anyway, let's move on. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got an article from theweek.com here. Who is actually running DOGE? The White House said in a court filing that Elon Musk isn't the official head of Donald Trump's Department of Government Efficiency Task Force, raising questions about just who is overseeing DOGE's federal blitzkrieg. A great word choice, if I do say so myself. Props go out to the author here, Rafi Schwartz, with great fucking word choice in terms of blitzkrieg. Anyway, but let's continue here. Let's read just a little bit of this, okay? The Department of Government Efficiency is in a state of flux thanks to a recent court filing by the Trump administration stating that billionaire Elon Musk, the man personally named by President Donald Trump as being in charge of DOGE, is not running the advisory body at all. And whether Musk is officially in charge or not could affect DOGE's authority. So, guys, as we've talked about a million times, everything that DOGE does is illegal. They don't have legal authority to usurp the House and the Congress, and, because that's the way that... I'm just a bill. A bill is supposed to be written up by the House, agreed upon by Congress, signed off by the president, and then you could drain something like USAID. You could do that investigation. And the thing is there waste, fraud, and abuse? Of course there is. But you gotta get it legally, bitch. Especially you, Elon Musk. You're a foreign-born billionaire, robber baron, South African piece of shit. Fuck you and go back to your nation. I'm allowed to say that because he's a white man. DOGE has spent the past few weeks hacking its way through the inner workings of the federal government, firing thousands of public servants. Given Trump and Musk's many public statements about the latter's role at DOGE, this new court filing has thrown the entire operation into uncertainty. So, here's the thing, guys. Like we're talking about. Hi, Luigi. You want to say hi? You want to say hi to everybody? Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Wow. Luigi. Anyway, as we're talking about, guys, everything that DOGE is doing is illegal. And now, don't touch the mic. Now, as we're starting to get to the point where the rest of the country is waking up, fucking 13 DOJ attorneys general has stepped down, fucking 23 plus states have sued Elon Musk and DOGE. Now that shit's hitting the fan, we're learning that, conveniently, Elon Musk cannot be held responsible for any of the crimes committed by DOGE because apparently he is not even an employee at DOGE. Isn't that interesting? Despite Trump's previous claim that Musk will lead the Department of Government Efficiency alongside since-departed co-leader Vivek Ramaswamy. Remember that? Remember when they said that he was going to fucking have Vivek and then they fired his ass? Get fucked. The president's day one executive order establishing the group did not say who its administrator would be. Nevertheless, Trump often refers to Musk as the functional leader of the DOGE effort. An ambiguity that deepened the White House official Joshua Fisher's court filing this week, which stated plainly that Musk was simply a White House advisor and not the U.S. DOGE service administrator or even an employee of the U.S. DOGE service. Instead, the White House's position is that Musk can only advise the president, communicate with the president's directive. So in other words, what they're saying is that they think you're stupid. They think you're a big dumb idiot. Because we're just going to tell you that Elon Musk is in charge, and Elon Musk is going to absolutely have the authority to sway the decisions, and he's just going to fucking, I know 11 different government agencies are investigating Elon Musk, and DOGE happened to dismantle all of them, but technically that's not a conflict of interest because DOGE decided to do it, and Elon Musk is not a part of DOGE. If you can't see the coincidence, I can't help you. You're TFG, you're too far gone. You're foob gooby. You're a goob foobman. You're a foojman. Because you don't even... Brother, they don't have the wool over your eyes. They said fuck the wool. This guy's dumb enough where we don't need the wool. He won't remember. He's dumb. They are... Brother, how do you... USAID. Thank you for becoming a member, Josh. By the way, guys... if you're watching this, we are live. We go live when we're making these videos, so make sure you're subscribed and you got notification bells on so you could be in the chat. And this guy's going to be in the video. But anyway, thank you. Dear Leafy just got a gifted membership. Fantastic. But guys, people like myself, I'm not alone in this. Me, Hassan Piker, Kyle Kalinsky, Parker, whatever the fuck his last name is, Dean Withers, all these people. We have all been trying to warn you for God knows how long that Donald Trump wants to be the king. And if you think that I'm kidding, unfortunately, I am not. Donald Trump declared himself king in a post on Truth Social. Now, I know, he didn't say, I'm the king. But he said, long live the king, in reference to himself. Here's the thing. This is about congestion pricing. Now, I am from New York. I think congestion pricing is fucking stupid. If you don't know what it is, essentially there's too many cars in New York City. People are double parking. They're blocking the bus lanes. Traffic is horrendous. So New York City decided that the best course of action, instead of beefing up public transportation and making the subways a little bit less fucking disgusting, that they would just double the price of the tolls when you come into New York City. Because maybe if people can't fucking afford to come here, they'll stop coming here. You're an idiot. I hate you. Why would you use that as a solution? So, to be frank, ending congestion pricing, no problem with that. I do have no problem with that. But it's this. Long live the king. Long live the king. Long live the king. Brother, listen, MAGA, if any of you are MAGA and you are here, I want you to just stop for a second, close your eyes and imagine Kamala Harris won the election. You're shitting and crying and rolling in the shit. And Kamala Harris tweets out, she goes, congestion pricing is dead. Long live the queen. Brother, you think January 6th was bad? You would have gone ape shit. You would have fucking lost your mind and you know it. Okay? Rightfully, you would have lost your mind. You can't have the president of the United States making jokes about being the fucking king. That's not acceptable. We had a fucking revolution over this, bro. We already went to war against the goddamn king because we don't want a goddamn king. What are you doing? What are you doing? Now, here's the thing. I know it's a joke, but they're moving in with executive orders. Donald Trump signed an executive order yesterday at Mar-a-Lago. Just listen.
Supervising independent agencies and many of their actions.
Right here.
And also reestablishes the longstanding norm that only the president or the attorney general can speak for the United States when stating an opinion as to what the law is.
Did you hear that? I'm going to play it again for you, okay? They are claiming, right? They are trying to overthrow the judicial system by claiming that only the President of the United States and the Attorney General, Pam Bondi, a fucking crazy-ass Scientologist who stole someone's dog after Hurricane Katrina, they are claiming that only those two get to dictate what the opinion on U.S. law is. That's the whole point of the judicial system, by the way, is so that people can argue, hey, what I'm doing is actually effective, and what you're doing isn't, okay? Unbelievable. Ready?
The long-standing norm that only the president or the attorney general can speak for the United States when stating an opinion as to what the law is.
One more time for you.
And its subsidiary office, OIRA, supervising independent agencies and many of their actions, and also reestablishes the long-standing norm that only the president or the attorney general can speak for the United States when stating an opinion as to what the law is.
I mean, I don't know how MAGA's going to move the goalpost for this one, but I do know that they will. I do know that they will be moving the goalpost and saying, well, technically, we elected him. And if we elected him, that means we want a king. Shut the fuck up! Gargle my nuts! Gargle them! Now, here's some actual, like, a breakdown of what the fuck he's saying, okay? Granted, this is NPR, that's liberal media, that is fake news. We don't like fake news, and granted, we're giving every American a plateau. So, who gives a fuck what NPR has to say? They're gay. Trump claims expanded power over independent agencies. President Trump on Tuesday signed an executive order to give the president greater power over independent regulatory agencies, government entities, and Congress. No, listen, the first part of this, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up and shut your fucking mouth. The second part of this is insane. This is insane. Where the fuck is it? I saw it a second ago. Oh no, I can't find it. Oh no. Let's just fucking read it. We already said this. Well-known independent regulatory agencies include the Consumer Production Safety Commission, which issues recalls and safety warnings. The Securities and Exchange Commission, the SEC, which opened up an investigation into Elon Musk and Neuralink, which is a horrifying thing. Can we just quick side tangent? My brother is in the chat. Go fuck yourself with a corkscrew. But quick side tangent. The man who is almost a trillionaire, who Sig Heiled on the world stage, that man wants to put a chip in your brain. And MAGA, you guys were a little bit concerned about, I believe it was a vaccine. And seemingly, you've got no problem with letting an almost trillionaire, foreign-born, unelected official put a chip in your brain? Put a chip in your brain? Put a chip in your brain. Allow me to retort with, you're out of your fucking minds! Let's continue. And the Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation, which issues bank deposits. Trump's order specifically exempts the Federal Reserve's Board of Governors and Open Market Committee. The Federal Reserve, which sets monetary policy, is intentionally designed to be independent from the whims of electoral politics. I'm going to burp. Oh, God. A separation considered to be central to its ability to stabilize the economy. So, expanded presidential power is really the incredibly important part here. Trump has fired high-ranking officials at the independent agencies, the Equal Employment Opportunity Commission, the NLRB. I mean, he's just fucking firing people left and right. Russell Vought, the director of the Office of Management and Budget, He's at the center of Trump's new executive order. An acting director of the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau has recently mandated that all so this is Russell Vought, who I believe is one of the guys who came up with Project 2025, right? Project bringing independent agencies under White House control is laid out in Project 2025, the Conservative Heritage Foundation's blueprint for a government that Trump tried to distance himself from during the campaign. Very interesting. Luigi, stop it. Luigi, stop it. You fucking dog. You fucking dog. How dare you? So we're going to play this a little bit for you while I go deal with that dog.
In keeping with President Trump and the administration's broader commitment to government and other fertility treatments. These are treatments that have become unaffordable for many Americans, or have been unaffordable
and
for
now
many
I'm back.
Americans.
Wasn't
the
that quick?
Executive order is a directive
It's almost like
to
I
the Domestic
edited
Policy
it,
Council
which I didn't do.
to examine ways to make IVF and other fertility treatments more affordable for more Americans. The second item that we signed was a presidential memorandum imposing radical transparency requirements on government departments and agencies in keeping with President Trump and the administration's broader commitment to government.
They're expanding his power. They just want him to be able to be a king.
Transparency. What this presidential memorandum would do is require, as waste, fraud, and abuse is uncovered,
waste, fraud, and abuse,
and ultimately as taxpayer
waste,
dollars
fraud,
are saved,
and abuse,
this presidential memorandum
waste,
would require
fraud,
departments
and abuse
agencies to make all of the details of that freely
You've
available
been a
to the
real
public.
bad girl. You've been committing waste, fraud, and abuse, and now I'm going to punish you.
Lastly,
I'm going to come.
we have another executive order that President Trump signed related
gotta
to
be
independent
huge.
agencies. This executive order would establish important oversight functions in the Office of Management and Budget and its subsidiary office, OIRA, supervising independent agencies and many of their actions, and also reestablishes the longstanding norm that only the President or the Attorney General can speak for the United States when stating an opinion as to what the law is.
Incredible. Incredible. Now, we talked about how Trump expanded that power, but something else that we need to talk about is as Trump is doing this, he is literally blackmailing the mayor of New York City. Okay, now, if you don't know who the mayor of New York City is, it's this corrupt piece of shit named Eric Adams, who is guilty of corruption. He was found guilty of corruption. He was accepting bribes from, like, Turkish officials and Qatari fucking officials. Just the most insane, blatant fucking bribes, which is also hilarious considering bribery is essentially legal in the United States as long as you do it through a campaign donation. You see, lobbying is just a legal form of bribery, but this guy was so blatant, so brazen, so obvious that he has been charged with corruption. Now, he's facing prison time, but Trump and his administration have ordered the Department of Justice to not drop his charges, but to freeze his charges, okay? Top DOJ officials, Manhattan federal prosecutor, resign after receiving orders to drop Eric Adams' case. So what happened is this is such a brazen act of blackmail that 13 Department of Justice officials, attorneys generals in New York City, they resigned. They said, that is so insane that I'm not doing it. I quit. Okay, another thing is, it doesn't mean shit. They're still going to find somebody who's stupid and corrupt enough to fucking do it. But Manhattan's top career federal prosecutor resigned after attorneys in her office were directed to drop their criminal case against New York City Mayor Eric Adams. Danielle Sassoon stepped down from her role as acting U.S. Attorney for Southern District in New York on Thursday, days after a top Justice Department official ordered her office to dismiss corruption charges against the mayor. Now, what's interesting about that is this. You are directed, as authorized by the Attorney General, Pam Bondi, to dismiss the pending charges, okay? Yet, in no way are we calling into question the integrity and efforts of the prosecutors who brought the case. So wait, you're saying you're not questioning the prosecution. You absolutely, you think this is a fair trial. Yes, he's guilty of corruption. You're admitting that. You're not calling into question the integrity of the prosecutors, yet you're directed to dismiss the pending charges. So that means that you agree with the sentencing, but still fucking drop them. And this is all dependent on this. Adams' restricted ability to help the Trump administration enforce its immigration policies. This means that the Trump administration is threatening to bring back the charges on Eric Adams if he or any New York City official gets in the way of Tom Homan, the fucking human thumb, and his fascist Gestapo-style immigration policies. So they're telling you, Eric, Mr. Adams, Mr. Mayor, if you get in the way, we will bring back those charges. You're going to prison. But for now, you act like a good little boy and allow us to do the most strict immigration enforcement in New York City's history, and we'll be great. We'll be great. We will be great. You missed a gift? Thank you for the gift from $5. I think this entire play was meant to avoid the court stripping. The last time Congress used that was during the Gilded Age. Any coincidence? No coincidences. There are no coincidences. So yeah, that's all we got for you today, guys. Thank you for joining us. The live stream will continue, but the video will end, okay? So if you're seeing this, perhaps I'm still live. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and donate $7,000 to the channel. I will catch you in the next episode of Valentivan. Bye. All right, so we got that fucking recorded. Can I ask you a question? Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure. What's up? That's crazy, dude. You're trash. Thanks, Jake. I appreciate you. Trump is live where? Yes, dude, I'm still live.
Oh yeah, no, it's fine. I 10 seconds. So you're able to record a Valenti VOD while also simultaneously live?
Yes.
I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah, so
I
yeah.
just wanted to make sure that you weren't going to have to do any other back-end work, but if you need any help...
No, I'm good. I got it. It's saved. It's recorded.
Okay.
All right. Love you.
Anyway, I've been watching, but we'll talk later.
All right. Love you.
Love you, bye.
Bye. Okay, my girlfriend broke up with me because I said fuck. Get shitted on, dude. Uvi at Humidity says, love it! Everybody say hi to Uvi. Hi, Uvi! Another haunting star. What does socialism mean? I'm a little slow. I'll pull up the definition for you here. A political or economic theory of social organization which advocates that the means of production, distribution, and exchange should be owned or regulated by the community as a whole. Socialism is an economic and political philosophy encompassing diverse economic and social systems, characterized by social ownership of the means of production as opposed to private ownership. It describes the economic, political, and social theories and movements associated with the implementation of such system. So what are your thoughts? I'm a democratic socialist. I believe in using our tax dollars to create social programs. I believe in the democratization of the workforce. I believe that the people should have much more say over our fucking lives, considering we're going to work until we die, essentially, now that Social Security is getting ripped away. So yeah, that's what socialism is. In Marxist theory, a transitional social state between the overthrow of capitalism and the realization of communism. So Karl Marx would argue that socialism is the step in between capitalism and communism. Now, I'm not a Marxist, but I am a democratic socialist. That's some commie stuff? Well, yeah, I mean, if you are a communist, then yeah, you might like socialism. I'm no communist, but I still like democratic socialism. In other words, democracy in the workplace? Yes. Yes. I think you're insane and you need to be sent to a mental hospital. If that is genuinely your reaction after this 1 hour and 58-minute long live stream, I do think you might be mentally deficient, and I wish you the best. I hope you get some help. I'm not going to waste my time bullying somebody who is clearly mentally stunted. That would just be cruel. So I'll just wish you the best. That makes people not want to innovate, though. Incorrect. Actually, the inception of monopolies makes people not want to innovate. One of the most famous cases of that is the recent lawsuit that was put against Apple, where it was saying that Apple has a monopoly over the cell phone industry because of iMessage. And because of that, Apple does not have to be they don't have to innovate. Their phones have not actually gotten any better because they don't want to spend the money on making the phones any better. As long as they have iMessage, they will always dominate the market. Your cell phones should be as sophisticated as a Samsung or a Google phone. Your iPhone, it should be goated. But They don't want to spend that money because they don't have to. You will still buy the phone because of iMessage. That is a direct result of hypercapitalism and the monopolization of the cell phone market. Socialism without capitalism is fascism. Capitalism without socialism is communism. That's my opinion. I disagree. Talking about the girlfriend thing? I don't know what you mean. Oh, what are your thoughts of the girlfriend thing? I don't fucking know, dude. I've been dumped before. Everybody's been dumped. You're just gonna have to fucking get over it. Go to the gym, start lifting weights. Success is the best revenge. You know, maybe she sees you on Instagram and goes, damn it, he got hot. Like, just fucking focus on yourself. Who gives a shit? Check Trump live? Yeah, apparently Trump is live. Is he still going? I think he is. He may be. Let's find out. How's the workout session? Great. Did back yesterday, and we did chest and shoulders today. Trump on declaring cartels terrorist organizations. Come on, man. I'm genuinely curious where you stand with that. They're not terrorist organizations. Like, just by definition, that's a business. A terrorist organization is something that's trying to enact political change through the use of violence. I am not pro-cartel, but they are not terrorists. That is a business. Is it an illegal business? Yes. But I'm saying they are not terrorists. Fuck off, I disagree with you entirely. It's not a matter of disagreement. They aren't. You like by the UN's definition of terrorism, the cartels are not terrorists. You can't. This isn't a matter of opinion. No, Matt, I know you're like, oh, dude, they 100% are. I'm not giving you a chance to have an opinion on this. By the definition of the word terrorism, they're not terrorists. Facts do not care about your feelings. Are they horrible people? Yeah, but they're not terrorists. They literally instill fear. They literally instill terror on Mexicans. That's not what that's not what terrorists, Matt, that's not what terrorism is. You're my brother. You're a mod here. You are smarter than that. That is not what terrorism is. Do you need me to pull up the fucking definition of terrorism right now? Criminal act that incites violence or threats of violence with the intent to cause fear or coerce a government. Nothing that the cartel does is to cause fear or coerce a government. Everything that they are doing is in the business of making money. You think the fucking cartels are trying to cause some sort of political overthrow? No. They want to make fucking money. That's the whole fucking point. That's the whole fucking point. Yes, Matt, dipshit, with the intent to cause fear or coerce a government. What you are arguing is the opposite. They coerce the government with the intent to make money, you dumb fuck. Their intent is to get rich, not to overthrow the fucking government. Anyway. Back to watching this live. Matt, I know you're my mod. I'm not kidding, put you in the fucking baby corner for 10 minutes because you are hijacking the stream. I don't care that you're my brother. I don't care. I will put you in the corner for 10 minutes. Now calm the fuck down and stop acting like a fucking weirdo. It's unhinged.
When election turned out to be, it was an election that shouldn't have happened, all the things that happened. I give you an example. We wouldn't have had October 7th, Israel attack. We wouldn't have had Ukraine and Russia fighting. We wouldn't have had inflation. We wouldn't have had all these things that, happened. But in speaking with her, she said about family values, I said, well, you're not really saying anything there because we have great families too. We have great family values. She said, plus we advertise a lot. I said,
fix his mic! Fix his fucking mic! He's the president of the United States! Fix his fucking mic!
You mean you advertise about how bad drugs are? Yes, we do. We spend a lot of money on advertising this. Unbelievable. That was such a great conversation because we're going to spend hundreds of millions of dollars advertising how bad drugs are so that kids don't use them, that they chew up your brain, they destroy your teeth, your skin, your everything. And I thank you for that. You know, I make so many calls.
We're not listening to it because they can't fix his fucking mic. They can't fix his fucking mic. Sounds like they need an UVie? No, deadass, they need an UVie. Like, I'm not kidding. Like, that's not watchable. That's not listenable. And I guarantee you, whatever the fuck he's saying is going to be official. Because he's the fucking president. And waste, fraud, and abuse? Motherfucker, fix his mic! We're targeting waste, fraud, and abuse. You can't even get a fucking functioning mic for the president? Goddamn idiots. Unreal. Like what Zelensky said? What Zelensky said to what? Zelensky had remarks today? What do you say? Chris, back to the point of terrorism, if you don't mind, doesn't January 6th count as terrorism by that definition? Yes. Yes. That's why I call them terrorists. Yeah. Uh-huh. Trump calls Ukraine Zelensky a dictator. President Trump on Wednesday called Volodymyr Zelensky a dictator after earlier today, Ukrainian president accused him of living in a Russian disinformation bubble. I gotta know what he fucking said, bro. I want to know the full quote. So you support the cartel? Yup. No, I don't fucking support the cartel, dipshit. You see it, bitch? Bro, how come that whore of a mom... How that whore of a mom you have? Is your name your mom? Is that like your whole YouTube thing? It's just like your mother to the point where your name is your mom? That's the craziest shit I ever did see. Not gonna lie, that's the craziest shit I've ever seen. That's crazy. You're being very nice with words with them. Yeah, well, you know, as time goes on, I realize that most of these people are quite literally mentally stunted. So there's, like, I don't want to be bullying people who are, like, mentally deficient. No, I'm going crazy? Yeah, no, you're right. Your name isn't your mom. Is your profile picture Trump? It is. Dude, no shit you hate me. You're fucking blowing bubbles on Trump every day. No shit you fucking hate me. Your whole fucking identity is probably Trump. I bet you own a MAGA hat. You've got that Trump flag posted up in your room, and I bet your clan tag in Call of Duty is Trump. Am I right or am I wrong? Am I right or am I wrong? Because I'm willing to bet $5 I'm correct about at least two of those three. What about Trump declaring war on two genders? Oh, it's fucking stupid. It's so stupid. Every scientist across the fucking planet disagrees with him. I think 99% of the scientists. I don't even think I need to ban your mom. I think that we could just let him... You could stay. You could stay. We'll have something to laugh at. I think biologists agree with him. They don't. Do you not know the difference between a sex and a gender? Do you need me to pull this up for you? Oh, dear God. This is why we need people like me, because the American education system is absolutely fucked. Sex refers to a person's biological characteristics like chromosomes and reproductive organs, while gender refers to the social and cultural constructs associated with masculinity and femininity, including how somebody identifies and expresses themselves as male, female, or another gender. Essentially, sex is biological, while gender is socially constructed. So yes, dumbass himbo, there's only two sexes. Nobody's ever argued against that. What they've argued is that gender is a social construct, and if it's a social construct, there can be more than two. Do you not know the difference between them? At all? At all? Like, let me just give you a microscopic example. Do you think that the color blue and G.I. Joes have something to do with a biological male? They don't. Do you think that the color pink and Barbie dolls have something to do with a biological female? They don't. That is how society has decided things should go. There's a reason why a boy baby is wrapped in a blue blanket and a girl baby is wrapped in a pink one. Because that's just what we've decided. Is that too complex for you? Is that genuinely too complex for you? Or does that make sense? Those are your options. It's too complex or it makes sense. Whatever happened to your historical content? I make a history video every Saturday. It's called Rabbit Hole. We have a playlist. We do a deep dive into history. Also, I like your switch up there. How you were like, I fucking finger blast your sister. And then you go, I missed that side of you, bro. The fuck, dude? Where's the switch up coming from? That's so strange, dude. That's so strange. Love that I left alive to have therapy and you're still going. Yeah, and now you're the therapist. You were probably wrapped in a pink blanket. Okay, so again, back to trolling. I understand it. This is like unironically the furthest capacity of the conservative brain. Anyway. We were in the AP article. Whole situation with the USS Liberty is insane. Are you going to make a video about it? I'm probably not going to make a video about it, but yeah, no, that's insane. The Israelis sunk a U.S. ship in like the 1970s, or was it the 80s? It was one of those two. Welcome back, Doug. How are you? Now that you have sat in the corner for a while, do you feel any better? Have you learned your lesson, Doug? Have you learned your lesson? I'm with Milk. You should do a video about that. The USS Liberty was an Israeli false flag op. What do you mean a false flag? They just bombed the shit out of us. They just fucked up one of our ships. That's really all they did. False flag operation would be to blame somebody else for it. Are you going to do debates? Not tonight, no. I don't do debates on YouTube. I want to see the latest Hogwatch. Is there one? Nah, there ain't no latest Hogwatch. Breaking Point's wokeverse based.
Okay, Ryan, you've got a good segment for us. Let's get to it.
All right, woke
or based?
All right, I'm ready. Hit me.
Okay, so we can throw up E1 here. So there was this article that came out in Breitbart recently.
Yes.
Biden antitrust holdover Doha Mekki continued woke agenda instead of taking on big tech, with a photo of Doha Mekki there.
Okay.
And this is just such a fascinating, I think, entree into our current politics that I wanted to unpack this thoroughly and play a game with Sagar called Woke or Based.
Right.
Because
as a reminder to the audience, I have not seen any of this.
she's not seen this.
I have no idea what's coming.
And so in this Breitbart article, so we both have done enough Washington reporting that we know that sometimes articles are the
Get to the point. What the
powerful
fuck
work of
is this?
journalistic
Malenti, what the fuck are
endeavors.
you making me watch?
Others put up E2 here that Breitbart writes, many populist Republicans, including J.D. Vance and Josh Hawley, also supported Biden's antitrust chief, Jonathan Kanter, for continuing the work of the first Trump administration with lawsuits against Apple and Google. Slater, who's the incoming Trump anti-chief enforcer, will almost certainly continue these lawsuits against big tech. However, after Kanter resigned on December 18th, his woke deputy, Doha Mekki, universe in this, and let's actually click the links that they provide.
What is this?
To decide whether or not the action they're describing is woke or is it based.
Okay, what do we got?
So, in the final weeks of the Biden administration, Mekki issued rules addressing, quote, HR policies, which typically have nothing to do with antitrust policy. So the guidelines provide examples and cite cases to explain how the agencies analyze business practices that...
This is so fucking stupid. These guys are so fucking boring. That show was so fucking bad, bro. Oh my God. And I love secular talk, but that is so fucking slow and boring and stupid. What the fuck? This is high-level intellectual politics here. If you can't keep up, you can't handle it. You are so unironically an elitist piece of shit, Matt. It's fucking gross. It's fucking gross. Holy shit. They're coming for you, Chris. Who? All the MAGA chuds edging to me? Chris blows dudes. Thanks, brother. I know you're fantasizing about it, but you're not my type. This is as of 6 minutes ago. Trump administration orders Pentagon to plan for sweeping budget cuts. A senior Pentagon official said that money saved through the cuts would be realigned to other defense priorities that Donald Trump has. Nope. Expand your mind. Not for the faint of heart or faint of mind. You're so fucking weird. Can you read my comments? You man bun moron. Let's see. The lazy. That was the first comment I've seen. Oh, there it is. I love how people like your mom are calling it politics and not just the start of the country. This is a historical presidency he has already tampered with and tried to overrule a constitutional right. Yes. Yes, he has. Swamp, I don't want to have to ban you, bro, but if you're just going to spam clown emojis, I'm going to have to ban you. We don't do spam here. Chris sucks stats. Dude, why are you so triggered? Why are you such a triggered little snowfie? I'll give you one last chance because I gave you the warning, but calm down, act like a normal person, and I won't have to ban you. But if you're going to act like a weirdo, I am going to unfortunately have to ban you. But your choice, brother. Your choice. I timed him out. Fair enough. Fair enough. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth has ordered senior leaders at the Pentagon and throughout the U.S. military to develop plans for cutting 8% from the defense budget in each of the next 5 years. According to a memo obtained, you know how they're going to cut that shit? They're going to start lowering the fucking salaries for our soldiers. Make thumbnail. Yeah. Yeah, might as well. Let's do it. We gotta make a thumbnail anyway. What episode are we on? Episode 38? How do you feel about RFK and the wellness farms? I mean, it's fascist. It said in the plan that if you're a drug addict and you've committed a crime, you're going to be forcibly sent to these wellness farms. Drug addiction is a disease. It is not a moral crime. It needs to be treated. It's fucking ridiculous. I love you, brother, but I'm sort of butthurt over the AI Google definitions of what? Fascism? You were like upset that like, dude, oh my God, you fucking people are so fucking pathetic. You use Google AI, that's not acceptable. And then I pull up Wikipedia. You use Wikipedia, that's not acceptable. And then I pull up history.com. You used history.com, that's not acceptable. Nothing is fucking acceptable to you people unless it just solidifies your preconceived fucking notions. Where the fuck should this go? Avi, you here? Bottom, top, left, right. Bottom. What is that? You like that? You like that? Let me get rid of me. You like that? How's that? Your mom approved? Thanks, Mom. Looks like shit. Thank you, Sasquatch, for being honest. Nope. Ooh, evil Homelander eyes. That's a good idea. So the liberal snowflakes do? They make posters? Bro, I'm making a thumbnail. Also, did you just say depicting him as a king? Check this out, bro. Before you leave, because I know you fucking hate all of us liberals. Donald Trump tweeted that. Do you like that? Do you like that? Donald Trump tweeted that. Do you like that? You like that? Long live the king. Long live the king, devil dolphin. Long live the king. You like that? That's something you stand for? Because now you gotta fucking defend that shit. That's your guy, right? Defend it, bitch. Move the goalpost for him. Cuck for him. Come on. Tell me you want a monarch. Go ahead. This is the most boring stream ever. Like, you aren't talking about anything. Brother, we've been live for 2.5 hours. You just showed up while we're making a thumbnail for the YouTube video that we just created live. Anyway. What is magic grab? Give me that. Use the brush, dude? Hey, listen, man, I'm fucking stupid, so don't blame me. Nah, this is horrendous, bro. I suck at this. Red lens flare PNG. Ah. Thank you. You should make me make the thumbnails? Fuck you. I make the thumbnails. Bro, that changed the whole fucking vibe of that shit. That changed the whole goddamn vibe of that whole picture. Holy fuck. Holy shit. That'll do. That'll do. What would you say should be done about the overwhelming majority of vets and the military support this current administration? I would say that's not true. At all. I know that that's probably what you think, but that's not true. And I would also remind you that I love our military members, but even they admit that they are some of the most uneducated people in the country. Does that mean they're not smart? No. It means that a lot of people join the military for free college. They do it so that they can get an education without going into immense debt, right? So I would then raise the argument that if our military was better educated, they probably wouldn't support Trump the way that they do. Regardless, the majority of the military does not support Trump. No, Andrew, you're wrong. The majority of the military doesn't vote. That's the reality. The majority of the military doesn't give a fuck about anything other than following orders. They just vibing, bro. They don't give a fuck. Change the background. Why? I don't even know how. That's too much work. I've never called for Trump to be thatted. That's insane. Not going to apologize for the innocent firefighter? Are you not going to apologize? Why the fuck would I apologize? The fuck did I do to that guy? How about you said hurricane victims deserved it? Never once said that. I know you live in fantasy land, but the reality I live in is called reality. I hope that helps. Run TikTok's claiming you're calling for violence upon Trump for some reason. People are fucking stupid, bro. I love you, but you were kind of a dick about the hurricanes. Yeah, I was a dick. I was also fucking right. You choose to stand in an evacuation zone, you're dumber than a fucking dog. And I mean that literally, because the dogs ran. When a dog sees a fucking hurricane, it runs. Same thing with the fucking birds. Trump? Oh, you just gonna copy and paste the same message again? Brother, I'll give you one warning. You spam another message, my mods are just gonna block you. Or I will myself. I'm okay with discourse. You don't have to like me to be here. But when you start copy and pasting messages, that's when you get banned. That's parasocial activity. Trump declares himself king. Why did I get banned? Because you said something anti-Semitic, brother. That's why you got banned. Trump declares himself king. Executive EO. Executive. Or how about we'll put it in quotes. EO. Trying to figure it out. Trump declares himself king. Says only he. No. Trump declares himself king. I don't really know what else to say. I think that might be it. I think we can just go with that. Yeah? It's a heavy smear campaign on Twitter. Yeah, that happens, bro. Do you think it's the first fucking time that's happened to me? This is what happens when you disrespect the Fuhrer. If you disrespect the Fuhrer, his Nazi rats come and target you. I couldn't give less of a fuck, dude. Eagles do not care about the opinions of worms. Gonna ignore that Appalachians never got an evac order? That's a lie. And on top of that, are you talking about people who didn't know that something was coming? Because doesn't that have... See, let's go back, and I'll say what I said nice and slow for you. If you choose to stay in an evacuation zone, you're dumber than a dog. So, what that means, let's break it down for you. What that means is that if you didn't choose to stay, meaning you had no choice or you weren't aware that you needed to evacuate, then no, I got no problem with you. Now that I said it super slow, did that help you? Did that help you understand what I said? Did that help? Why is everyone a worm and a rat for not agreeing with you? You were talking about the people who were making violent threats to me, and you were saying the ones reporting me to the CIA and the FBI. Yeah, those are literal fascists in a cult. And if you disrespect their Führer, they lose their mind. Now, does that mean all MAGA rats are fascists? No. It means about 30% of them are genuinely in a fascist cult, and there's absolutely nothing you can say to them to get them to stop loving Trump. Trump knew that himself from the first day he started running when he said, I could shoot a man on Fifth Ave and they'll still vote for me. And he was right. That's because he said, in his words, we love the uneducated. We decided to go with the uneducated. He targeted you, the uneducated, because you were stupid enough to fall for his rhetoric. Oh, they're going to put no tax on tips, no tax on overtime. Well, yeah, I mean, a dumbass would believe that when the richest men on earth tell you that you're poor because of transgenders and immigrants. Yeah, you have to be stupid to fall for that. That's why they didn't target college-educated people. That's why they didn't target people who use logic and critical thinking. They targeted you. Regardless, thank you for the hate. Trump declares himself king, the Valenti VOD, and publish. Ozzy Montaña. All right. So you don't believe that our tax dollars have been misused? No, I do believe our tax dollars have been misused. Absolutely, yeah. They've absolutely been misused. 100%. So you were insulting people who never got an evac order? Nope. People who chose to stay. I hope that, I mean, that's the fourth time I've said it. I don't think it's going to get through to you. No issues were found with the video. Hell yeah. Still asking for that news source. News source on what? I forgot what you were asking for. You're an insane person just coming here to say this. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you. Asking for a news source on what? I don't need to stop you. You're just making yourself look silly, my man. The fuck are you doing for a revolution behind the keyboard? Trying to fill in the gap that the American education system was left behind. So isn't that all what DOGE is doing? No, that is not what DOGE is doing. DOGE is targeting the very systems of government that are investigating Elon Musk because they're trying to prevent Elon Musk from going to jail. So a couple of examples would be USAID, right? USAID opened up an investigation into Elon Musk regarding his for-profit use of Starlink during the Ukraine war. The FTC and the SEC opened up investigations into Neuralink regarding unsafe work practices. Now, all these people I'm talking about, all these institutions have been drained, or they are in the process of being drained, right? The FTC, they were investigating Elon Musk regarding his recent deal with Visa to launch this new currency called like X dollars. The Department of Transportation was investigating Tesla because their vehicles are not safe. The FAA was investigating SpaceX because of their illegal rocket launches and their recent Starship explosion that had to redirect like 150 flights. These are just a handful of these. CPFB. And CPFB was targeted because of the same exact thing, opening up investigation into Elon's X currency. So Elon is not actually targeting waste, fraud, and abuse. What he's doing is targeting the very institutions that are trying to check him. It's a conflict of interest. That's what it is. At the same time, everything he's doing is illegal. So do I think we should be targeting waste, fraud, and abuse within a government? Absolutely.
Legally.
Everything DOGE has done has been illegal. If you want to do that legally, you need to get a bill proposed by the House. It needs to be agreed upon by Congress and then signed off by the president. I'm just a bill. Remember that? Yeah, we have rules in this nation. We have laws. DOGE is a completely illegal institution. The only authority it has is from the president, which is supposed to be able to be overturned by Congress. So Starlink was never marketed as a nonprofit service. Dude, I didn't say that. All I said is that the USAID opened up an investigation into him, and then USAID mysteriously got drained. I'm not taking no sides. Chris, ESO tonight? Absolutely. Poll what? Poll what? If it's illegal, why is Congress not getting involved? They are. 13 attorneys generals at the Department of Justice have sued Elon Musk, and he has received court orders to delete everything he stole from the Treasury. They refused the court orders. They are trying to take him down, but there's no authoritative body to arrest him. And now we're finding out that Elon Musk is not the head of DOGE. So if there is anything illegal found through their investigations, Elon Musk can't be held responsible. Thank you, Zayden. I wasn't talking to you, Chris. Okay, I don't even know what you said. Would people like to see ESO? Dude, I'm only streaming it if I want to stream it, and I will play what I want to play, not what the chat wants me to play. I'm not polling it because as much as I love my chat, I don't give a fuck what you want me to play. I'm going to play what I want to play. Shut the fuck up, man. Yep, you're right, Christopher. I mean, tech feudalism is on the rise right now. Chris is a dictator and I support it. Yeah, well, this is not a democracy. This is a volentatorship, and I am the King Volent. You're a liberal, so I'm not a liberal. I don't know how you haven't realized that yet. Luigi. Hi. I know. It's time to end the stream. All right, guys. I'm going to end the stream. If I do go live, it'll be live on Twitch playing some video games. So probably not, though. Excuse me. Anyway. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, donate $7,000 to the channel, and, you know, fucking stay dope. Stay dope as shit. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Millions of views on your cool story content, hundreds of views on your cash. I'm really sorry that somebody like me is capable of getting you this triggered, man. I do wish you the best. I hope you get the help you need. Anyway, have a good one, guys.